Hello, everybody. This is the Tigerwolf55 once more, and we are hopefully beginning to come near to the end of this picture that I have been working on for way too long now. Um, so most of the structuring is done. The backgrounds are looking pretty good. The big thing to work on right now is the shading on the figures. Now, this was a bit of a challenge to figure out because technically everything here is a light source. The stones are actually giving off a glow of their own, which is why the tiles look the way that they do over here. The throne is giving off its own little bit of glow. And then, of course, you have the warm torch lights over here. So this was a little bit difficult to figure out. However, I did receive some help in the form of Dark Speeds, aka Elson Wong. Thank you very much, who provided me with a couple of 3D rendering models. So as you can see right here, um, I have two different light sources for the same model. In this case, one with the fire light in mind. That'll be this one, and then you have the one like this, which is keeping more in mind the light source of the cave itself. So I've already experimented a little bit, and I think it's coming out okay. Maybe a little bit darker than what I had originally thought, but then I remembered it's kind of gonna be dark in there anyway. It's nighttime outside. The uh moonlight isn't exactly going to be able to get into the cave, and while the glow of the cave might give off some light, if you take a look at any kind of pictures of caves with either bioluminescent bugs or rocks that are luminescent themselves, they don't give off that much light. So this is actually getting kind of accurate. So right now, I'm just working on the experimentation to blend the light and the shade together, and hopefully we are able to come up with something that looks good. I will have to break a little bit off the model here because um, the app that he used, Art Pose, it only allows for one area of light to be measured, or one light source to be recorded. So you can have the light coming in from this one direction, but I needed to also be coming up from the bottom. Hey Xander, how's it going? Hmm. Why is the... that's probably why. I've been experimenting with this guy off camera to see how well I could get this implemented. Like I said, I think it's going all right. Um, because I'm kind of going for a cartoony look for this overall picture, I'm not going super nuts with detail. Otherwise, there'd be a lot more intricate details, and I don't think I'd be live streaming. At most, I'd be doing a speed paint. I'm doing pretty good, thank you. Just back to this. I'm not going to be streaming too long today. The Fox and Fedora is going to be hosting a live stream on his channel today as well. He's going to be continuing his game, I believe, which missed the last time because I had to work. Today I have off though, thankfully. But yeah, I don't want to interfere with that. I want to be able to check him out as well. So I'll be ending around 2 o'clock today, I think, or so. Also, it depends on what time the family gets back. Right now everybody is out, so I am able to do my own thing. Alright. Yes, I understand that Fox died last time. I missed that though. He must have died after I had left. I'm hoping that he dies again today. I want to be witness to that. I am such a good friend. Alright, so fortunately for this, grabbing the light source is fairly easy. It's just a matter of grabbing one of the blues down here. Not the absolute brightest, because the brightest point in the picture should not be anything that isn't a light source. Oh, hey Elson, how's it going? Uh, thank you very much for your help last night. I already mentioned you earlier. As you can see, I've already been working on how to blend the two light sources together. I might be trying a little bit of experimentation later on, but for now, this is working out pretty well. And oh yeah, definitely. I also still have the other references that you provided up. This way, I can grab them easily later on without clogging up the layers on the picture itself. How's it going, dude? Have you gotten any sleep yet? And nuts. I think I accidentally selected the blue for the paper color. Not what I wanted to do. Good, glad to hear it. It's like, guys, Elson Wong, I think, is related to the Energizer Bunny, because he says that he pulls these long shifts at his job, then he comes home and he works on audio projects. He works on his webcomic, which, by the way, Eden Spell on Twitter, check it out, please. Um, and DeviantArt, Dark Speeds. He will do all this stuff, get tired, and then something will happen and he just gets the energy back and he's back at it. I don't know where he gets this energy from. All I know is that I want it. I need it. For right now, I'm working on just smoothing out the light sources. I'll be adding some texture later on, just some fur brush strokes. But for now, I just need to get the blending right. Hmm. Is it not that one? It's not that one. Okay. Oy vey. Uh, I hope that you get enough rest when you do. I know how working the night shift goes, and it's not always fun. You seem to be handling it pretty well, though. There we go. This is a fun contrast between the cool blues and the orange. I don't know if I'll ever do something like this again, but at the very least, for this one time, the experiment, uh, worth it for the fun and the experience. Who knows that I might not end up doing something like this in the future, just hopefully not with surrounding light sources. Okay. Mm, Go a little bit more over here. All right. Hey Raymond, how's it going? Oh, thank you very much for your advice last night. For those of you who don't have me on Steam, I have recently picked up Dark Souls 2, and Raymond just gave me a quick tip on what my mentality should be when I go into play, and I'm gonna let you right now. I need to get good. I stink. I know that it's got that reputation where you're just going to die anyway, but I think I've died a little bit more than what's actually required. Um, I'm feeling my way through that game right now. But right now I'm just touching on the Forest of the Giants. I got into several bonfires, but yeah, it's gonna take a while for me to actually get anywhere in there. But I am not going to give up. I will stay determined. Uh, I'm not going to say no to playing together, dude. I just still am kind of getting used to the controls. Part of my problem is that uh, the graphics remind me so much of the Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War game that I keep on defaulting back to that. So I think that's where about half of my debts have come in. I expect to be able to uh, hit and fight as fast as I could when I was Italian, and you can't do that in this game because of the stamina bar. Oop, just a sec. Uh, just give me a second, guys. I have received a message here. I guess I can share it. Uh, let's see. Okay, YouTube has a message limit in the chat. Yeah, unfortunately. It's a matter of getting used to shift work, which you totally understand too. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I just recently got off of the night shift onto day shifts thanks to the move, and night shifts can be really tough. Uh, oh yeah, I had already planned on doing a separate layer for the lighting on all the metal pieces. That's why I haven't even bothered trying to get any of this shaded, except for this, and that was part of the initial shading experimentation. Um, but yeah, I know that the lighting on the armor has to be a lot more harsh, a lot brighter. Let's see. Okay, dude. Take care. Thanks for joining me. I don't know. I kind of get the feeling that you're a little bit more than human, but we love you for it. All right, dude, you have a good one. And thank you very much. I will do my best to enjoy Dark Souls 2. Although I don't know if that's what the developers actually had in mind from software. All right, take care. All right, in the meantime, back to this. But yeah, like Elson was saying in regards to the armor pieces, metal is not going to be as soft in the reflective properties as skin or fur or most other materials. As you can see here, I did do a little bit of initial shading on this thing, but that's not nearly enough. I- Oh, it's okay. Yeah, sometimes the issue is that I forget which layer I put what on. So I have to backtrack sometimes. Alright. It's not too bad. Alright. So a little bit of shading on the ankles here. So I'll be able to catch the light nicely. And a little bit more on the thighs. The thighs. The calves here. Yes, I know my muscle groups. I passed science. Let's see. And it will be just a little bit of light coming from the throne as well. So gotta put that in there. Oh, that's a little bit too much erasing though. Still learning some of the Photoshop shortcuts. I'm getting there. Okay, that's looking all right. Okay, just gotta get the tail. This magnificent fluffy tail. Now here's a question. Do werewolves have to actually groom their fur? I mean, if they were stuck in wolf form all the time, that would be obvious. But like, if they only transform either every night or every full moon or shift whenever they want, I don't whichever version of the legend you want to go with. Would they have to take some time to take care of their fur while they're in wolf form? Or are they able to just say, whatever, if it gets messed up, it just grows back in 5 minutes anyway? And there's another question actually. What happens to the fur? Does it all just fall off or does it shrink back into the skin? These are questions that I don't think are very important, but just nag me sometimes when I think about this kind of stuff. This is why fantasy is fun, because technically there are no wrong answers. If you want to say that the wolf fur just shrinks back into the skin, um, I mean, technically a werewolf is magic. So, yeah, Beast from Beauty and the Beast would definitely have to comb his fur since he didn't have the option of going back and forth between human. His fur was just there all the time. He was stuck. But like if Shapeshifter, I don't know who Sirius is. Um, but I'm guessing that it's somebody who is able to go between wolf and man or wolf man, whatever in between. Hey Clara, how's it going? Um, but yeah, it's for those shifters that I think it's the big question about whether or not they need to go through all that trouble. Haha, yes, you can thank Elson for this. I technically actually have this app as well, Art Pose. You can get it on your phone. It's very easy to get and pretty cheap too, very useful. Um, I keep on forgetting that it has the lighting feature. I just ended up using it for poses. Professor Lupin. I never watched Harry Potter nor read the books, so I have no had no idea. Although I remember for commercials, he wasn't a particularly hairy werewolf. He was one of those skinny runts, wasn't he? I don't know. Kind of looked a little bit more like a rat, at least from what I remember. It's been years since I saw any commercials for it. Um, Still trying to figure out why they played it on ABC Family for their 25 Days of Christmas a while ago. That made no sense. Unless there's a Christmas scene in there. No, thank you. I have no interest in Harry Potter. I find it, from everything that I've heard, an inferior Star Wars hero's journey story that cribs from The Lord of the Rings. And I have just incited the hatred of the internet, I am sure. Yes, Clara, pose. You had found that free one on the internet a while back. I forget what it was called, but you shared it with me. The only issue that I had with that was that it kind of gave a bulbous, cartoony idea of how things went, and I could never get the posing right. This one feels a little bit more intuitive. Ah, it's a school one. That's why. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm liking how that's looking. All right. Thank you very much. Uh, Credit to Elson for helping me out with the shading, giving me some tips last night. All right. Uh, okay, this is gonna have to get rated R. Sorry, folks. You have to zoom in on his crotch. No, not yay for geek drama. Geek drama is the worst. Oh, this is what I meant earlier when I said that I forget which layer I'm working on sometimes. nearly put it onto the shade layer, which I have set to blend in for a darker blend. Oh well. All right, there we go. Yeah, as much as this doesn't really need to be detailed, it is technically sticking out, so it would be catching the. Darn it! Come on, aim. It would be catching the light from the bottom. No, not yay R rating, Xander. If you want true R rating, go to Picardo. I'm sure that they have tons of it. All right. So, and that should do it. Yeah, I think this is yeah, I think this is good. I'll work on the armor as a separate thing, and texture needs to be done as well, but not right now. For now, I'd like to move on to the lasso over here. I have no fear of Xander, or I have no idea how to give in to any of his quirky desires. That's on you. All right. So, uh, sorry, dude. Clara, start streaming on Picardo. Actually, I only follow two people on Picardo right now, and that's Clara and Elson. Okay. So the beauty of this thing is that because of the way that the light source is hitting them, uh, this guy was basically able to just get flipped to serve as the lighting reference for both him and her. It's really only Tiger Wolf that's getting his own different one. Uh, Now I should note, however, that there is also a art pose for females. I don't know if Elson knows about it, has it, or anything, but yes, you can get the male version of art pose and the female version of art pose. I have both, and I was able to use it to help out a little bit with her figure. It wasn't looking quite right. What do you mean, why you? Why you what? Why do I follow you, or why should you start streaming for Xander? Oh, well, never mind. That answers that. So that he can watch his Picardo stuff. He just said that he was upset because he didn't have anybody from Picardo that he was following. So there. And besides, it can be a streamception. I'm going to first take care of the firelight. All right. I picked this color wheel up a while back. I find it very useful because when you're doing light and shade, typically whenever you have a colored light source, like in this case, you have your yellow and orange here, the shadow should actually be contract the complementary color to the light. So if you have an orange light, it should be a blue shadow, and vice versa. In this case, blue, this was the shade that I was using for the firelight. Yes, you do need to stream more. Shame on you for not doing so. Okay, this pauldron is going to be blocking, so there would be a shadow here. I have to take a little bit of artistic license since this one's arm is on the wrong side. It's okay though, Clara. We know that you are busy. You are a busy bee with many busy things to do. Oh, well, thank you for joining Hor- Horse Seat Waffles. Hope that the dentist appointment goes well for you. Okay, just a little bit down here. Very well. Um, I think part of the issue is also what you're going to stream there. Um, because don't you kind of like to keep some of your animated stuff that you work on private until it's ready, except for Patreon sneak previews? Thank you very much. Hey, no, no, Clara, no sobbing in the corner. Get out of there. No, you know the rules. Come on, get out. No, you're not allowed. All right. I want to know how Bob Ross was able to just go through his paintings uh, and wonderfully so as well, and just be able to talk throughout. And it's not like he just did it every once in a while. He made a career out of that. Xander, I do not care if that is a comfortable corner for Drake. That is not a healthy corner for her. She needs to come out. She needs to be able to experience life and all its wonders and majesty, not sulk in the corner because she thinks that she's failing at something. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that you have the option to close off your Picardo streams to just a few folks, like your Patreons. No, no, no. It only wants you to think that it's fun in the corner there. It is not actually fun. So no. And there's a police car outside. Hopefully everything's okay. Uh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's get rid of that big circle. Uh, Sometimes seeing the edge of the brush is helpful, but sometimes it just gets in the way. Thank you, Warren. How's it going, dude? Well, not quite. The cake was a lie because it didn't actually exist, except that it turns out that it did. In this case, the lie of the corner is that it's not fun, nor is it beneficial, or good, or helpful, or anything. Sparring? Are you getting into fights again? I thought we talked about this, Wari. Can't just go around picking fights with people who are bigger than you. What kinds of stuff? Your new Omni Glove, Wari? What's that? I'm sorry if I am ignorant. I cannot help my ignorance. Eh, a little bit of orange over here. It's back reflection. Oh, okay. The Omni Glove is a 6-foot pole you can both stab and strike with. Yikes. Yes, I believe that Wari is going rogue. Fear him. And it's called Omni because the blade is shaped like a bat, so he can hit on any surface. Okay. And loud phone is loud. Hmm. Okay, guys. Something came up. I need to return, so yeah, whatever. That's good. BBB and the Better Business Bureau. Yeah, everything's okay. Just was asked to take care of something while the family's out. I shall be right back. Shouldn't be more than a couple minutes. And I am returned. Sorry about that. Hopefully that won't happen again. Alright, let's get back to this. Thank you. So, yeah, not a lot of the torchlight is actually going to make much of an impact on her face. So we might as well move on to the shading for the firelight. And just work out a few more things over here. There we go. All right. Ah, nearly missed that. Okay. There's this just strip of light that's able to come down along the toe. Yes, I have returned. And the world wept. So, Clara, what are you up to anyway? We know what Wari is doing, and Xander, you haven't mentioned what you're doing either. So far, we only know about Wari and Horseat. Okay. I don't know if it's because of the lag, but nobody's responding. I fear that I have scared them. Okay, Xander is doing Xander things. I'm going to pretend that doing Xander things equals parachuting out of a, a biplane with a poodle strapped onto you that can shoot lasers while fighting a demon shark that's flying through space. Hey, Gloom Shroom. Um, that is weird, but YouTube's kind of broken again. Ah, sweet. Yes, I realize that that is a weird interpretation of Xander things, Wari. However, I am a weird man. You should realize this by now. If I was normal, I don't think that I'd be drawing this. That does sound like a B movie. Hopefully, hopefully one of those fun ones though, not the ones that make you roll your eyes. All right, so yes, I suppose that does sound like Sharknado. And yes, that is correct, Wari. For those of you who do not know, he and I were able to have a meetup along with some of our other friends back in February of last year. And they have a bit of a running gag, which I would invite him on to participate in so that we can show it off. But since he's waiting to spar, I don't think that he's in a position to come on. Yes, Drake. Normality is overrated. That was a good February. I don't think that we're going to get a February like that this year. I think that right now things are looking like this February is going to be dark and cold and depressing again. Although, all things considered, I think that you won't mind not having the same kind of February considering that it cost you a leg. Oh, are you waiting at home then? Or are you waiting in an arena? Ah, okay then. And all right then. What is the one plus to costing your leg? This I look forward to hearing. Or reading. You get to say you're part Wolverine now. Wolverine is dead. So you're part dead man. I'm not sure that's something good. What? Sorry, dude, but yeah, I watched Logan. Spoilers. Didn't make it. I think that they started bringing him back in the comics though. Yeah, along with all the other old versions of the heroes. And I think they realized that the direction they were going with the replacement heroes was not working out for them considering their sales figures and the critical reception. Um, you want to be X-23? What's the gasp for, Clara? Yeah, they. I know that they replaced the original Wolverine with the Old Man Logan for a while, but from what I heard, they are actually working on bringing the original back. It's not like they actually killed him off. All they did was encase him in adamantium. And I think that we've already established at this point that in order to actually kill Wolverine in the comics, you need to throw him into the sun itself. Also, there might be a slight chance that we might get Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine one more time, since the X-Men are going to end up being part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe now.
I'm looking at the front of your head, but I'm speaking to the front of your face.
The front of my face is listening to the back of my head, so your face doesn't count.
Interesting that you say that because I said front twice, so joke's on you, buddy.
I like paint and nails.
Extreme close up.
How's it going?
It's going good. It's been a long time since I talked to you.
Indeed. Where have you been?
Suffering in college while it's freezing cold and there's snow and ice everywhere. Not much.
Mm, so the usual.
Yeah, pretty much.
My condolences.
Though not as bad as you're having it, I imagine.
How do you mean?
Well, at least you know how it is. You know how it is. You know how it gets colder as you go further up north.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, remember, I am now in Virginia, so I think I'm in about the same kind of cold that you are.
Let's check. Let's check for a second.
Okay, I can wait.
This thing can cooperate with me.
Jolly cooperation.
Okay, it is 39 degrees and sunny here. What is it like for you?
Let us check.
Actually, wait, you need to do the thing. I'll look at it.
It is. Ah, I'm warmer than you are. It's 48 over here.
How does that work?
Closer to the coast? I don't know.
I guess. But then again, there was that time where Alaska felt like spring. So
I suppose.
yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no, salty duo, as Trick says.
Ah, shoot.
What is it?
My bane of doing the wrong layer came back.
Oh,
Yeah, I put the fire light layer
that's not
onto
good.
the blue light layer.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I just need to separate it and cut it out.
Mhm.
Just a little annoying.
Okay.
See, and this was lighter color, so this needs to be. There we go. Now it matches.
Perfecto.
Well, that's likely because of the fact that I had to get rid of my preamp, Clara. My microphone, I found out the preamp was adding some unnecessary noise, and attempts to negate it um, didn't work out so well. So right now I'm just going through my audio box straight. I might be talking to Sean to see if there's anything that I can do about it in the future. But for right now, I'm going strictly off my audio box.
That and also because my input volume for my sound was at 80%.
That might have something to do with it too.
Yeah. Like, for example, this is what I sound like. And now, yeah, that's at 100%. This is 50%.
This is your man. This is your man on a horse.
Are you telling me if the man is a horse lover?
Doesn't everybody love horses?
Who says everybody loves horses?
Everybody. Unless you're allergic to them.
Yeah, that would suck. So speaking of horses, I got to ride a horse with my girlfriend back in August.
How's that?
It was fun. And thankfully the horse was cooperative.
Not with me.
Yeah, imagine what you'll be doing if you rode a horse.
No, I mean that the horse that you rode wasn't cooperative with me. It was supposed to knock you off. Didn't.
Oh, sure. I think it took pity on me because that was the first time I ever rode a horse.
Think
So who
it's
knows?
think it's something that you want to do again?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Did you do any tricks or jumping or anything, or is it just a nice little stroll?
Yeah, just a stroll. I'm not trying anything fancy yet.
Very well.
Yeah. Remember, that was my very first time riding a horse, so.
So,
So, I'm not gonna do anything extreme with it. Unless you want me to break my arm, or dislocate my shoulder, or get trampled on.
definitely don't want you to get trampled on.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna do it.
The arm, though.
Do you want me to be set back academically for another year?
Well,
How about no? The answer is no.
fine.
Also, thank you, Drake.
Oh, yeah, Clara, would you like in?
And aw, Gloom. Aw, horses are terrifying for Gloom.
Oh, sorry, Gloom. I can
But
understand they can be big and intimidating, but
yeah, they can be, especially when they're wild.
yes. Although it's really cool when you do encounter horses in the wild. I encountered a couple one time in the mountains when I was in Nevada, and it was really awesome. I wish I had my video camera at the time.
Yeah, that's a very rare sight to see.
Mhm.
Not to mention a very powerful one.
Yep.
Reminds me of the movie Spirit, if it was good.
Yeah, the movie Spirit is okay. I just think that the soundtrack is way better than the actual story or the performances.
Yeah, it could have been done better, but it's DreamWorks.
Yeah,
It was DreamWorks in its beginning years, so not much to expect.
hey, the Prince of Egypt was one of their best, and I think it still is.
Oh yeah,
I think that Spirit was just the result of them trying to experiment amidst the decline of the 2D animation.
yeah. But it's glad to see they actually stuck with it.
Yeah, for a while at least. I forget if it was Spirit. No, I think was it Spirit or was it Sinbad that was their last 2D animated feature?
They can even Sinbad. I have no idea. Also, Drake does one in.
Yes, I just sent her the link.
Perfecto. Now we're gonna have a hybrid feline, a hybrid cat and dog, and a dragon wolf.
Well, she's only part dragon some of the time.
You know what I mean?
Do I though? Do
I don't know. Do you?
I never know, man.
And yeah, as Ender said, that Sinbad was the last one.
Yeah, that one flopped hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like that one better than I like Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the animation in that one a little bit more. The CG was overbearing. I will grant that. They should have eased up on that.
What'd you say
But
about Spirit?
Oh my.
I like
What'd
Sinbad
you
more than
say?
I like Sinbad more than I like Spirit.
I'll forgive you on that part. Hi, everybody. Now I'm here. Now you'll never get rid of me.
she's
No.
she's she's like the stranger, only more likable.
Hey, don't you dare compare me to that vile creature.
I'm screwing with you.
Mm, I do not like to be screwed with.
You do, but that well, that's what you do to us.
No, I do not. Although I will admit, fooling you that one time was very funny.
What time are we talking about here? We need to relive these experiences and share them with my audience. Now, Now, Warrenot, this is a safe place.
We do not say his name here. It is a safe place.
Yes, thank you.
I still remember that one time. And the video is still up.
Yeah, it is. Surprisingly enough.
Hey, nobody has complained.
Yeah, they love it.
You especially.
Are we talking about when Warrenot was snoring?
No, not that one.
Because that one was funny.
Surprisingly, it has about over 700 views, so I'm surprised.
Well, I mean, it is a funny little animated piece, so...
Yeah, but it's not one of my greatest videos. I mean, come on.
I think it's more or less the content you were showing is what made it funny. And the fact you added on to it.
Wait, are you saying my content is not good? Unless
What? What?
Warren, are you insulting her? Are you saying that the only way that she can achieve success is off of your coattails?
No. Where did you even get that? And where did you even get that?
That's what you're implying.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, right.
You're in denial.
Right.
See?
You wish I was.
Like I said, salty duo.
Yeah.
Very, very salty.
We have enough salt to actually give McDonald's fries flavor.
Or fill the Dead Sea twice over.
Ooh. Well, anyone want to take up on a challenge? Who has the more salt? Oh, wait. Let's vote. Who has more salt? Warnot or Rory? Vote in, folks!
Well, we have some people watching, so I don't know if we'll get enough for that.
Keep in mind, this is my stream.
True.
Yeah, but Warnot could still have more salt than you.
Oh,
Okay.
are we talking about the video where Warrenot loves...
Okay, first of all, that was Anais. That was not Warnot. That was Anais.
Hey, dude, are we talking about your characters or are we talking about you?
Characters.
We're talking about you.
I don't know about you. When we were having that conversation 4 years ago, we were talking about my character.
Are you sure?
Right.
Yeah. If you want me to, no, I'm not even gonna pull the video, but I can quote from the video.
You can quote from...
Yeah, it's just
How many
okay.
times
Like,
have you watched that video?
I just know it. Remember, I was there when it happened.
I was there for a lot of moments in my life, and I don't remember them ad nauseum. So this must have special meaning to you, huh?
You wish.
Okay.
Go chase your ex-wife. It's hybrid.
Wait, ex-wife?
Hybrid.
Hybrid doesn't have an ex-wife.
Oh, you know exactly who I'm talking about, Princess Hybrid.
Oh. Bruh. Shots fired.
Number one, Hybrid was not married to anybody. Number two, that thing was a distraction.
I'm fairly certain those two ogres were about to do the wedding chimes. I'm fairly certain.
I'm sure that they tried, but I either lost them or knocked them out.
Yeah, sure, right.
How?
Oh my god.
I crossed the line, didn't I? I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
You're sorry, but you're really not sorry.
I'm both sorry, but at the same time, it was a good comeback.
Yes. You know that's never. You know you're never going to be able to live that down.
I need
At
Toto
the
to
same time,
continue
you're never
just so
gonna
that
live down
hybrid
this.
will not be forever remembered just for that.
I mean, I will admit he made a pretty awesome argument against Fenris.
Thank you.
And it does make a great team with Lupine,
Yes, we do.
Indeed.
especially with the banter. Oh my god, I missed the banter.
The what?
The banter.
Yeah,
Uh,
where the two characters argue with each other.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. When we argued with the grappling hook.
Yes.
That was
Oh,
your
give
fault.
me that! I'll throw it. He missed. What the?
Hey,
And he hit me all in the head. What?
Oh, that was cool. That was my favorite episode.
I think
Yeah.
that was a lot of people's favorite. I haven't checked recently, but
it's currently the second most viewed video aside from the finale, the
Yeah.
first season finale.
and it took a while for the finale to actually catch up to it.
Yeah. Which shows you a lot about the duel we had going between Lupine and Hybrid.
Yes, I think so.
Well, I guess Foxy needs to make a show with you two.
Oh,
Just the two of you.
don't worry. I'm fairly certain he has some sort of plan for us.
Oh, doesn't he always have a grand plan?
Indeed.
I am fairly certain.
What?
Look what Xander said.
Oh,
Those ogres couldn't resist the beauty of Princess Hybrid.
Well, remember you rolled a 20.
Of all the things to roll a 20 on.
You rolled a 20 on being irresistibly charming while dressed as a female character. Of all the things you got a 20 on, it was being a princess.
I guess we all can learn something from this.
And that is?
Hybrid never gets it easy.
I was gonna say something else, but I forgot now.
Oh, probably for the best.
Yeah, probably. Hashtag no regrets.
No, you do not regret anything.
And there are some things I regret.
Like?
Oh.
Let's see. Like there are some things that I say sometimes on my live streams, and I'm like, "Oh God, why did I say that? You bloody idiot!"
Yeah, we say things that we usually don't mean or end up regret saying.
Yeah. Like I got a little too aggressive at the last live stream against you. I'm sorry.
Just fine.
No, it's not. I need more blood. Come on, fight. Kill each other.
What? You want me to slit someone's throat?
I've been playing Dark Souls 2. I've gained bloodlust.
Oh.
Well, okay then.
Okay then. And Xander says, lesson learned. Hybrid cross-dress works apparently. Okay, let's move on to something else.
Yeah, let's move on to
We've already patronized Hybrid enough.
Yeah. Let's go back to DreamWorks and the comparison between Sinbad and Spirit. Yes, let's go back to that.
Very well. Hybrid is the new Sinbad. How's that?
What?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Okay.
You're trying to mix up the hybrid conversation with Sinbad. That's a bad idea. Have you not learned anything?
Well,
I'm gonna take that as a yes. You haven't learned anything. Move on.
Let him speak, though.
Okay. Well, what are your thoughts about the Sinbad versus Spirit comparison?
I'd say that the 3D animation that they actually mixed in Spirit actually was more cleverly used. And if we're gonna look at Sinbad, the 3D animation has not aged well.
Indeed. I will grant that. And I think that I did mention the fact that Sinbad, while more enjoyable, I thought, went way too hog wild with their computer effects.
Also, Raymond's here.
Indeed.
Wait, who?
Raymond Miller.
Yeah.
AKA the owner of a shop that we constantly tarnish thanks to a certain few anthros.
Mm.
Oh, and hybrid sword fight, quote unquote, expertly.
I did. It was everybody else who tried saying, "Swing the sword around."
Okay, as Lupine will defend him up until he threw the sword away.
Not my fault that I rolled an odd number.
Yeah. It's your fault you even thought about throwing it.
There were torches.
Have you learned nothing?
I'm pretty sure Lupine did not say anything about throw your sword away.
Lupine also didn't say anything about going to the kingdom of Fairy, did he?
He did. Did he ever say anything about disguising yourself as a princess?
That
Even
wasn't
though
the
it
magic's fault. That was the magic's fault. Not.
that wasn't his fault.
No. Wait a minute. I need to remember. Oh yeah, he did dress up. Oh,
I am not paying for any repairs, Raymond. I did not do anything to your shop. I was a witness, nothing more.
Hey,
You drained it. You drained his thing. You drained his establishment of syrup. Remember?
I billed it to you.
No, you do it.
Why don't you both pay for it?
Also, Lupin thrown a what? Lupin never threw a sword.
We'll probably have to rewatch the episode.
No, Lupine
I think he means when Kodiak threw his unsheathed a knife and shanked Kodiak and threw the knife at me.
Oh, okay.
I think what Xander was saying is, but Lupine throwing the sword is clearly the best technique ever.
No. Even Lupine thinks throwing a sword is stupid.
Guys, we tried to move on from this conversation.
Well, we clearly failed.
There's a reason why he never taught Hybrid to throw a sword.
And there's a reason why you are never in charge.
You.
Sorry, there's two people talking at once. What'd you say before you?
Well, you didn't teach him not to, did you?
He said clearly to never throw it.
When?
In the freaking role plays.
You never said that.
Yes, I did. Also, hey, Raymond.
Raymond, help me out here. We need to break this conversation. These two won't let it go. Don't make me sing this song.
Eh?
Did someone say let it go?
No.
It's my stream.
It's gonna happen sooner or later.
If you start singing "Let It Go," I'm gonna freaking snap. Or better yet, I'm going to sing a little song. I'm going to sing the song of Lord Minion's people when he plays Prop Hunt with Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and his friend Bob.
No.
I will sing the song of Lord Minion 777 if you do that.
Fine. I'll behave.
Good.
The song never bothered me anyway.
Oh, that was perfect.
Xander, what weapons are those? Are those projectile weapons meant to be thrown, or weapons are not supposed to be thrown?
How about we move on from this?
No, these are things that we must discuss.
Okay, Raymond, you there?
Raven!
Ray?
Oh, have I been on mute this whole time?
Yes, you have, I think.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I was wondering why nobody's responding to me.
How much have you been saying?
I was talking for the last 2 minutes. And I was just like, the music in Moana is better anyway.
Oh my god, thank you for agreeing.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't seen Moana.
It's
you
really
should.
good.
It's
You
awesome.
should give it a chance. Like, it's a really good Disney movie.
I think it just heard my glass shatter for a second.
So that means you guys didn't hear it when I tried to change the conversation. I was just like, yo, did you all know that the square root of raspberry should be legalized? Bam. Okay, new topic. Let's go.
Wait, what?
Exactly.
Also, Clara, I do believe I heard glass shatter for a second the moment you said you'd never seen Moana.
I didn't shatter any glass.
If
You
you know what the
probably heard my chains.
No, that was me. I actually fell and broke a bone.
that's by the way, that's a joke. That's a joking way of saying how shocked someone is.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
sugar
shocked?
honey iced tea.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ward. Oh, I didn't know you had such a fragile little heart.
Okay. I actually have a question for all y'all.
Yes.
What is the oldest Star Wars game you've ever played?
That'd be Star Wars. The oldest one I've ever played would have to be the one on the Game Boy.
Okay.
That black and white one. That's where you're traveling around on Tatooine, I think.
Fair enough. Oh god, I don't remember that one. Right now, the reason I ask is because I'm playing this really old Star Wars game called Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast.
Mm-hmm.
Jedi Knight
And to
2.
this day, I still feel like it's a game that represents being a Jedi the best. Like it's so much fun to be a Jedi in this game.
And I never played any Star Wars game.
Oh, it's worth it.
I have never heard of this game.
I
Yeah,
have
it's
never
fun.
played a Star Wars game either.
What was that, Rory? Like, hang on, my volume's acting funky.
Oh, just saying that, like Clara, I've never played a Star Wars game either.
And this will
okay.
explain why I've never heard of it, because it was not available to me when I had a PS2.
That's why, because it was on the GameCube.
And an Xbox.
Or not, calm down.
No, how
There's
can
no
he?
need to have another heart attack. We already
He's right to be frustrated for not having a GameCube. But
do something about this. You need to yell. You
we
need
need
to
to get him a
scream.
GameCube right
you need
now.
to throw your tantrums until you get it.
How about no?
That's how life works. One time I kept on throwing tantrums and I got a car and not.
Yeah, because throwing tantrums is a good way to go through life.
Isn't it?
Some people do it.
We're not getting into that dark topic.
Shall we move on?
Okay.
Move on
Shall
what
we
date?
move on to?
Like, where are we moving?
We're moving to.
Quick question. Quick question. What's the name of the leader of the werewolves in this? Which is TW? Is he still named TW Direwolf, or is it another name?
There's another name. Can't remember what it is at the moment. I know that Fox did come up with a name. It's possible that he might use it at a later time, so I don't know if I can actually say it. So right now I'm going with what I actually own, just TW.
Okay. I do wonder what he had to do to get to that
Playing
position.
OC Commander Lightning Claw? What?
What?
Huh?
I was being silly.
Oh. I do wonder what he had to do to get to that position.
Probably murdered someone.
No.
Oh, probably. Everybody going for his murder in the army. Yay. Okay.
What? That's always how it goes. You kill
It
the
is how
former,
it goes, yeah.
take over the throne, and then you have to deal with all the successors. Or his
More
heirs.
people say they hate you. Don't come crawling back to me.
Anyway, TW, what did he actually do?
Goes around, goes all the way back around.
Waiting for the sing along to end.
But anyway, TW, what did he have to do to get to that position?
Well, it has to do with how he actually became the Tiger Wolf, at least in this continuity. He wasn't born like this. He was actually a regular human.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
But his land was under attack, so he needed to end up kind of creating allies. So he went to the werewolves, and in order to get them to trust him, he had to become one of them. And then the threat that was looming was so large that they ended up having to make a pact with something else that turned him into the Tiger Wolf. It gave him so much power that he was able to take out the monster with just a little bit of help. So he was awarded with the honor of being a general.
Dang.
Well,
And that's how he became a leader?
Daniel?
For this one, yes.
Did I just hear?
No, you
Did I
didn't.
just hear the?
No, you're
Hey,
deaf. What are you
Daniel.
talking about?
Ray.
Clara.
I heard that damn Daniel meme.
Well, you didn't hear it from me.
But
I'm glaring at you like Batman.
Oh, well, that might cause eye strain because you're staring at your computer monitor.
but yeah, interesting story there.
Thank you.
I'm such an a-hole.
Yes, you are.
Originally,
You're not supposed to agree with me.
Originally, if the original book series that Fox was writing had continued, one of the books actually would have delved into TigerWolf's past and told that story.
Aw, you mean to tell me we're never going to see it in book form? Dang it.
Not that version, no. Sorry.
What are the sound options in this game?
What, you died again?
Where? Oh, I can change the textures to very high. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And suddenly,
because this game came out in like I think 01 or 03, so it's not going to affect my whatchamacallit.
Your performance?
Yeah, the performance. I just want to see what it looks like.
Okay.
It looks like boxes stacked on top of each other.
It really does.
Well,
That looks kind of better.
Well, kind of better is better than no better at all.
This game looks really good. Sorry if I'm interrupting, but like this game looks really good for a game that came out in like the early 2000s.
2002, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, a lot of memorable games do look better than what we would expect from the time.
It's true.
I mean, have you played Dragon Age Origins?
This is true. I actually bought Dragon Age Origins for really cheap on whatchamacallit.
Steam?
Yeah, on Steam. Recently for the winter sale.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I actually bought the Dragon Age Origins in a store, and the person who worked there, he thought I was too young to play the game, so I literally had to call my mom in front of him to make sure. Yes, I can buy the game. Chill.
Hey, I prefer that over folks who say, "Hi, can I have your name, please? Oh, you look like you're only 11 years old, but you say that you're 18. Here you go. Here's Grand Theft Auto."
Yeah, it's true.
Meh.
So here's where I need to be. Can I break the window? No, I cannot.
What's that?
I've been wandering around in this game for like a good, I guess, total of 2 hours for like this part of the level. It's one of those games that doesn't tell you where to go ever.
Oh, I hate those levels.
It's challenging, but now I got someone trying to shoot at me through the window.
What were you saying, Claire?
That reminds me of Ark. Like, you get into this world, but you have no idea what the hell to do.
Yeah. Well, there was no real clear objective, so I didn't really like it.
Well, the objective is simple. You have to survive, and the best way to survive is find out how to not die.
Well, I mean, with if it's not story driven or anything.
Yeah.
Well, you could
you
make
gotta be
your own
kidding me.
story, although that would mean very, very lonely.
Was that door open this whole time?
Plus, it's not really fun if you're doing it by yourself.
Yeah, you have a point.
God. If that door was open this whole time, I'm actually going to hurt something.
But anyway, moving on.
For context's sake, because I feel like this needs to be said, I just woke up like maybe an hour ago. And
how are you functioning?
Very carefully.
How much coffee are you drinking in the morning?
I don't drink coffee.
How much tea?
I drink tea when I need to heal my voice.
Well, I mean, tea can help, but...
And I'm like, but for context's sake, I literally have a blanket, like this huge blanket, like lapped over my head, and I
Aw.
just and like my headphones are not on my ears, but they're like over the blanket. So I'm just
That
kind of
kinda
sitting
sounds
here like,
cute.
bleh.
It kind of sounds cute.
Aw.
It reminds me of Arnold Schwarzenegger having a wet towel wrapped around his head to muffle the
I'll be
signal
back.
in Total Recall.
Hell yeah.
Total
I'm
Recall.
gonna play a game called Who is Your Daddy and What Does He Do?
Get to the chopper. Oh wait, wrong movie.
And he does a lot of grunts and snarls.
Oh, balls are Rooney. Let's go.
Ugh, I'm on steroids.
Well, he's still waiting for
Steroids.
everybody.
Whoa,
to
you
put
might
their-
want to get that checked.
What's that?
He's
What's
I
still
that,
thought I
waiting
TW?
for.
heard I heard Clara say she was on steroids.
But anyway, what were we saying, TW?
Well, he's still waiting for everybody to put their cookies down.
Put your cookie down.
Put that cookie down now.
I'd be waiting a while, and depending on whether or not the cookie's gone through the digestive system. English.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
if it gets to that point, you can keep the cookie.
Oh no, the elevator opens. That's just great. That's great.
What's happened now?
Okay, so Xander
Oh, I'm
says
doing a
that.
thing. Don't worry about me.
So
Okay,
Xander
this
says
door
that.
is open apparently.
Shush now, Raymond. Let Rory speak.
Wait, what? I can't hear Rory. I'm so sorry if I spoke over you.
Stop playing the game then.
Nah, it's not the game. It's just your mic is really low.
I already explained that. I can't help it.
Oh, you did?
I don't think he was here when you said that.
No, I didn't.
Right now, my microphone is only able to go through my audio box, so this is as high as the volume goes.
Okay, I feel that.
Yeah, and you're really loud compared to us.
Oh, really? Hang on. I can turn it down for consistency's sake.
Turn it down. Turn it down. Hey, don't sleep on us.
Who you talking to?
I heard somebody yawn.
That was me.
Yeah, don't fall asleep on us.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
fine.
Fall asleep. Don't fall asleep on us. Fall asleep on the people that you're going to be sparring against later.
I went to sleep at 9:30. I woke up at around 6. I'm fine.
Then why are you yawning?
Because that's the first time I slept well in a long time.
Oh, that's good. If you slept well.
Yeah, the times I went to bed at like midnight. And still got up at 6.
Oh God.
How are you
Yeah.
functioning?
I'm a soldier, remember?
Still, you're only human.
Soldier of love. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
I'm a
Well, I mean, technically, he is in love. He has a girlfriend and everything. I don't know that she can actually command him to go out and kill somebody, though. Or
I would not want to put it past.
you know,
either way, I'm an ex-military, and I had to run on 3 hours of sleep every single day for 2 months straight in basic.
Ow. That's okay.
And
Yeah.
people wonder why I don't want to join the military.
Same here.
I've heard it's even worse for the Swedish military.
And that's why we're gonna go to Switzerland.
she has Vietnam flashbacks, and she's never even been to Vietnam.
Vietnam runs in my veins.
Oh God.
The nightmare still haunts me. I try so hard
And
to
got
move
so
on
far.
from what happened back there. I can't do it. I can't let it go.
Let it go.
Ah.
Here we go again on my own.
Might as well get used to
Here
it,
I
Wari.
go again on my own. Oh, I thank the Lord I take the day.
Alrighty. Okay, guys, we have a
alright,
half
so
hour before
what-
I'm gonna end this.
I'm literally
Oh.
having to jump up from
Okay.
behind. Oh, I got him. Shit. Okay. Right in here. You guys ever play those games where like you get down to be like a slither of health, and like you have to progress, but there's no health pack, so you have to progress through the game on like two out of 100 health.
What about it?
Have you ever had to do that?
Wait, to go through a whole place. I'm sorry, I was zoned out. What were you saying?
It was, yeah. It's like let's say this game has barely any med packs, right?
Yeah.
And you get down to 2 health, and you literally have to abuse the save and load functions to get through other segments of the game.
Oh, I remember it very well.
Yep.
Yep, that's just a lot.
I remember that when I played Halo Combat Evolved.
Oh yes,
That was a nightmare.
yeah. Those were especially with Halo.
Mm. But that game did revolutionize how games that we've played forever. So
It's true.
So that's a good thing, right?
well,
In
for the stuff it introduced, it had its flaws and
Mhm.
everything. It still had its flaws, but for what it was one of the greatest games ever made.
Yeah, Halo kind of like made things.
Inhale, exhale.
It made things. That's be all end all. It made things.
Meh.
Oh, sugar. What did this do?
I don't know. What did it do? Sugar.
Oh God. Okay, I died. What was that? It's also one of these games where like the puzzles make sense, but not at first.
Also, Zender said Outcast is very Doom inspired, so abusing the save is a requirement.
Oh.
Outlast or Outcast?
I think.
Oh, not Outlast. Let's not talk about Outlast.
Why not? Why not?
Because many reasons.
Why? It's a good game, though.
It is a game, but there's disgusting things in said game.
And that's what.
Admittedly, whistleblower. I'll give you that.
Yeah, Whistleblower was messed up.
I
Especially,
love the reactions, but
I
the
know that
character
the
is
feral
not
sex
fully
tends to bleed a lot more. It's like, what the
I mean, that one time where the guy was trying to, I don't know what his deal was, but he was trying to make you female. I have no idea what he was trying to do.
I think it was that.
I think he was trying to make you a woman because he was actually gay, but he wanted kids, and
I
yeah.
don't think it was that. I don't know. I like. Do we want to get into this discussion on Rory's stream?
Fair enough. Let's move on.
Like, I don't really want to like taint this stream because it's supposed to be an art stream.
Yeah, fair point. Moving on. We're letting go of this discussion for Rory's sake, for our sake.
For the sake of all humanity.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Oh,
So okay,
fudge.
let's not talk about Outlast. What game can we talk about? Evil Within 2?
I've never watched it.
What about
Okay.
what about Stranger Things 3, the video game?
Never watched it either.
Never
Kidding.
watched it either.
Really? Oh, good series.
So I keep hearing, but I'm like, it doesn't look like my cup of tea.
That's
Well,
fair.
So, speaking of art stream, apparently I finally got my own button.
Your what?
Okay.
My own button, like those custom made buttons.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, cool. Oh,
my
nice.
my girlfriend made a few of them for a couple of us,
Aww.
and she made one, and it had my character, had my persona with an army patrol cap on, and behind him was the army star, and the words said army veteran.
Cool.
Yes.
Nice.
I love it.
I love it, love it, love it.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of
I
it.
knew you were going to do that.
Oh my god.
But
You know Voltaire?
Voltaire,
Leo
yeah.
Voltaire?
Yeah.
like the writer.
Yeah, he posted a video of Leo Voltaire actor demo reel. Gonna watch it
Oh,
later. I know he's an animator or used to be doing animations, but now he's more.
he's doing the BO thing.
But well, he does YouTube videos. He does some songs still. He does design some toys, if I'm correct. I could be completely wrong. He does still some shows. He needs to come to Sweden, though. I would love to meet him.
Nice.
And
afraid of that.
I absolutely love his gothic homemaking. That is awesome.
Nice.
If I had my own house, I would redecorate my house a little bit.
Using
Yeah,
his.
and I do that too. I'd outfit the whole place with Zelda.
Of course you would.
Yeah. What do you mean? Of course I would. It's not like you don't know me. It's not like I've talked to you before.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. Right. Sure.
Raymond?
Right.
It's not like I've worked with you on projects before or anything like that.
By the way, speaking of that, you should totally watch my short Chase. It's pretty good. He did.
Oh
the-
yeah, I saw it. It's cool.
Yay!
Yas.
Sorry, self promotion there. I'm sorry, Rory.
It's okay. If you haven't noticed, I have plugged a few channels on this stream before, so it's all good.
Yay!
And if you want to be technical, like plugging, like each of us, like being here is kind of like plugging our own channels in a weird way.
Yep. You
Oh,
people
I
don't
see
do
what I
anything
need to
help
do
me,
now.
but I'm willing to help you.
Oh, thank you.
Yay.
Willing to all
You help
help each
me,
other.
we help you. Blah 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 blah.
I
Oh
think
my
I see what I need to do now. I need to get I need to get my hands on one of those little robots.
What robots?
Okay, so let me explain. Have you guys have seen Star Wars, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the little roly square looking robots that roll around like
Yeah. The mouse droid.
Yeah, the mouse droid, yeah.
They're
Like
the
you
ones
can
that-
control those in this game.
Oh.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. And so there's a room that's filled with poisonous gas, but there's a little doorway for a mouse droid. And so that means I got to be able to find the droid somewhere and control him.
Oh boy.
Yeah. What is up with these crystals? What is going on here at Kejim?
Maybe they're trying to use the kyber crystals for some nefarious purpose.
Oh, sugar. That'll be fun. Oh, that was a thing. I just ran into a doorway with a bunch of mines attached to it.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Yeah, I didn't see it until it was too late.
BRB guys, I need to go feed the dog.
Okie doke.
Okie dokie.
Oh, yeah, the character literally just said, "No way I could survive in there."
I would take them at their word.
Yeah. Only one of their words or all of them?
Somebody's a liar.
Somebody's a liar.
It's up to you to determine who it is. And they're the ones that get to test it out.
And now I have returned. What did I
That was
miss?
fast.
Not much.
Seriously,
Raymond's-
you all were quiet while I was gone? Come on, guys!
It was small cheddar.
Bro, that was like 30 seconds max.
Raymond's dealing with a liar, that's about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty
Wire,
much.
wire, pants on wire. What? Oh,
Xander wants to know if you mind if he spoils the plot of the Crystals and Jedi Outcast.
I actually think I already know the plot, and like if nobody else is gonna play it, like we could definitely talk about it. The crystals, like, are you guys gonna play the game first of all?
Likely
No.
not.
Probably not. Yeah,
Well,
it's got. I think it has something to do with harnessing the power of the Force.
A force will be with you.
Basically, giving the power of the Force to people who aren't typically Force wielders,
Oh,
and like basically people who don't deserve the power of the Force, like people who would use it for malicious intent and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
It's actually a really cool concept if you think about it. Hang on a second.
A sec has been passed.
Now 10 seconds have passed.
Now 20.
24, 25, 26,
Damn it,
27,
why is it so damn
28,
hard?
29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34.
Yeah, I know it's been longer than a couple more seconds.
It's been 34 seconds.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, like it's actually a really neat concept. They take these. I'm sure the plot's a little bit more in depth than that, but like basically they're using these crystals to harness the power of the Force to give to other people.
Interesting.
Whereas Jedi's have to study for years and years and years, or be gifted in the power of the Force.
It's midi-chlorians.
Why is it so hard?
Midi-chlorians.
Every time I hear that phrase, I think of Clorox.
Clorox bleach. But yeah, 20,000. Yeah, wasn't Anakin's count over 20,000?
It's over 9,000!
For Force powers?
Yeah, for midi-chlorians.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think from episode 1, I think they said that this count was over 20,000, which is the highest they've ever seen.
Is midichlorians like a measurement of Force power?
Midi-chlorians, according to the prequel trilogy, are microscopic organisms that allow the connection to the Force to be achieved by beings within the Star Wars galaxy.
Oh, Lucas.
Huh?
Lucas.
He didn't say that they are the source of the Force.
No, it's true, but still, like...
Well, the thing...
I don't know, man. Like, it's interesting to me because, like, in my head, the Force... It's something to be trained in, right? It's kind of like... I don't know. I've always used the Force as like an ability that one has, like the ability to draw, or the ability to make music or play an instrument or something like that. You have to train. Some people are going to be better at it than others, but like that's not what matters. What matters is how hard you train.
Well, the thing is that I found a channel recently that actually got into it a little bit. Lucas kind of laid the groundwork for midi-chlorians in the original trilogy, because if you think about it, he had already basically said that the Force can be a genetic trait, something inherited from father to son and also daughter.
Okay.
But when he was coming up with the prequel trilogy, he ran into the issue that, well, he didn't want the Force to be something that could be accessible to just anyone if they trained very hard, because otherwise, why doesn't everyone just train to be a Jedi or a Sith or whatever? So he came up with the midi-chlorians as kind of a way to make it something that only a select few can actually tap into effectively.
Fair.
I'm not saying that it was the right call to make or anything, and I kind of like the direction that the new trilogy has been going with it. But yeah, that's what his thinking was.
That's why it is. I gotcha. I see the thought process, but I still think that like left it at that, because we were all kind of led to believe that like the older you get, the more you train in the Force. Even with Luke, you know, like he had to train in the Force as well. He wasn't a master of it like his first day. Neither was Anakin, actually.
Now, Anakin had an intuitiveness to the Force.
Oh yeah,
That's how he was able to do the pod racing, but that was it.
Are you sure about that?
Just keep shutting down.
Yeah, because Qui-Gon makes note of the fact that in the Star Wars galaxy, no human actually has the dexterity to do pod racing without getting killed, even the sanctioned ones in the Inner Rim.
Oh, I don't
planets.
remember that at all.
In fact, and so far, Anakin is yet to die from any of those crashes. At least before he was picked up.
Suggesting he was so intuitive in the Force, he just cheated death.
It's more like he was able to have a small bit of precognition and near Jedi reflexes even at such a young age.
Makes
So-
sense.
So even though he did crash, it wasn't anything fatal. He was able to save himself and his ships, mostly according to him at least.
Yeah, he did say he managed to salvage what was left of his pod.
Which I call a bunch of bullshit.
Why? It's the Force.
It is full of bullshit.
I'm not going to deny that.
Yay, George Lucas. Yay, George Lucas.
Make some sense, will you?
Did you actually get the song I was referencing?
Nope.
Oh, okay. It sounded like you did.
Was it from Harry Potter?
Oh, it's the song Roundabout by Yes.
Oh, I have
It's
no idea
like-
what that is.
Oh, it's a song that's all like, oh god, like the only way I could really describe it is if I sent it to you.
Oh. I thought you were referencing the Hogwarts song.
Hogwarts? Hogwarts? Hogwarts?
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know.
Oh, speaking of which, how many of you have seen that that deleted scene?
Which one?
The one where Dumbledore has the class sing their greetings to the two classes in Goblet of Fire.
I don't remember.
Let me just say, there's a reason it's deleted.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that nobody could actually sing.
It was very, very cringeworthy.
Yay for cringe.
Yeah.
Yay for cringe.
It's basically one of those videos you're expected to see on a try not to cringe challenge.
But okay, I have control of the mouse droid now.
Oh, good.
And
that is correct, Xander. Anakin is basically space Jesus.
yeah,
Only without the teachings of love and peace, and he
like
did
space-
not die for anybody's
it's like
sins.
Space Jesus if he went down.
He
If
made
you like,
everybody else died for his sins.
And he also pretty much became a whiny brat that completed everything and turned to the dark side because he
will
was
become
too
the
afraid
most
to
powerful Jedi ever.
until he turned to a Sith.
Yeah. Guys, I gotta go.
Oh,
Okay.
see ya.
Have a
Alright,
good
bye,
one.
Clara.
Thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Anytime. I'll see you guys next time.
The thing.
If there is gonna be a next time.
We shall see. Unknown at this point.
Yeah. Well, bye-bye.
Yeah, bye bye.
It's okay. We only have about 10 minutes left anyway.
That's
You
fine.
guys get the link to Fox's stream as well.
I'm gonna be away at that point
Phooey.
because I'm gonna be spotting.
Are you gonna be way away?
Well, he's gonna be
Eh,
far
okay,
enough
nobody
away.
gets that reference. Okay.
I feel like I do know it, but I'm just not familiar enough with it to continue the joke.
Oh, it's there's a song called "Way Away," like "Way away, away from here I'll be," and like it's I hosted a map to that song, so it has significance to me. That's all.
The only song I know that has those kind of lyrics is "We Know the Way" from Moana.
Yo, that's a good song.
Yes, it is. That song makes me want to go on a journey.
Right?
Hopefully
see-
not a journey like Moana went on when she first got into a boat.
No, thank you.
God.
And yeah, I know, Fox. Sorry.
Oh, when did Fox get here? I can't see the chat.
You got here about a minute ago.
Hey, Fox.
Don't worry, Fox. I'll be there for you. I'll be cheering those
I'll
big
be
cats
there
on to get
for
their meal from
you.
you.
Oh, speaking of, and Fox, if you ever get loopy one day, do tell us about the miracle that is Pie Island one day, please.
Island? What?
Pie Island.
It's an Easter egg island that you would find on Just Cause 2.
Yeah, I've seen. I've actually seen Rooster Teeth do video on that, and Pie Island's amazing.
Yeah, and Fox during when the Skype calls, because I think he was exhausted and not to mention very loopy.
Just found
He basically became a preacher and basically told people about the miracle that is Pie Island.
That's so funny.
Oh,
Praise
God.
the island.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Yes, it was.
One of his most memorable moments, aside from "This can only lead to good things."
Because that's all it can ever lead to is good.
I mean, an island full of pie, it could only lead to good things.
So far, I still hold to that claim that quote from the 5th episode of Tale on the Air is going to be one of his most memorable quotes.
Which was?
This can only lead to good things.
Yeah, most likely.
Oh, can I go through this door now? Wait, hang on.
Don't drive your snowmobile into the enemy base this time.
Fox,
Dude,
you know that you shouldn't
Fox.
have done that.
You know Yo, Fox, you know there's a multiplayer mod for Just Cause 2? We should play sometime. I don't know, like, my game is, like, locked at full screen, so I don't know why I'm talking to Fox if I can't see what he's saying.
Oh.
Well, right now he's just saying that he needs peeps to choose the optional missions for him when he gets to playing the game.
Is that what he's going to be playing today, or?
And he agrees that yes, you guys should play multiplayer at some point.
Do it. Let's freaking do it today. Why not?
I would, but I don't have a PC.
Get a PC. Problem solved.
Shh.
What? Shh. He's right. Get a PC. Join the
I'm not
master
gonna
race.
I'm not gonna waste $600 more on a freaking computer.
That depends on what you define a waste, my friend.
I'm using a PC. I
So am I.
spent like $10,000 for this rig back in 2011.
What?
Lord. Okay, I've not.
I built this thing. I built it from the ground up.
Jesus.
Literally from the ground up.
$10,000 for freaking holy jeez.
Maybe not quite 10,000. Yeah.
At least
Okay.
1,000, right?
I'm gonna say that it was closer to.
Oh, I found the door.
6,000 total, and that was for everything.
Dang,
Because
man.
I got all the best stuff that I could for the time.
Jeez.
So, needless to say, your computer still can't run Far Cry 3 or Far Cry. Or not Far Cry, Crysis.
Well, that game has a humongous amount of stuff to process, so
It does. Like, Falk!
okay.
I just deleted my save.
And that's what you get for insulting my machine.
I didn't insult your machine,
you
though.
did.
No computer could run Crysis.
In fact, that reminds me, my brother who built his own computer, yeah, his computer lagged like crazy when he tried to play Crysis.
No, yeah, nobody's computer can play Crysis up to speed. My computer couldn't. My dad's computer couldn't, which is funny because his computer is now my computer, so it's the same computer.
But yeah, still. What were the developers thinking when they made that computer? Like, did they think that the people they're marketing it to is going to have a computer strong enough for that?
I think I know
Probably.
what they were thinking.
They probably set out to
Paycheck.
literally. Oh, what?
I think I
Interrupted,
know what
sorry.
they were thinking. Just paycheck.
Oh,
Yeah, they're probably just thinking paychecks. I think what they went out to do was to make the most graphically intensive game they could possibly make. And they did. Problem is that it's so graphically intensive that it's not really available to the public.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
okay.
although truth be told, there was one game that was also very high. High performance requirement, which was Elite Dangerous.
I never heard of that game.
I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't. I mean, it's a really good take on space travel, trade, and combat. But there's only one problem.
Yes.
It's not story driven. It's literally a sandbox.
Oh.
There's literally the only story you can get out of it is taking up favors and missions from people. That's literally it.
Sounds boring.
It is. I mean, I played that game for about a year. I got bored after I got really bored after that.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, obviously they have new ships to unlock and new things to unlock and new things to do and obviously ranks to get, but is it really worth it when you don't have a story to go off of?
No.
No, exactly. So I just got bored from it. The highest rank I ever got from it was being a merchant, being a novice, or no, not being novice, being dangerous, and being for explorer, just explorer. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And I never managed to level up with my faction because they did not make it clear what I was supposed to do.
That's annoying.
So I was a cadet the whole time. It was very confusing on what I was supposed to do in order to advance to the ranks.
Sounds like a waste.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Sorry, dude.
I mean, if you like space, if you like exploring it, I guess it's a good thing to do. I mean, you get to explore all different types of solar systems.
Yeah, but eventually that does get a little old. I mean,
Yeah.
Star Trek could only get so much out of that before they started saying, okay, we need to put a war in here somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they did too, but the thing is, again, there was no story and no direction to go. It was more or less do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So like Star Maid.
I guess. I don't know what that is.
Star Maid is like space Minecraft.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. I mean, with Minecraft, you at least have the option of being able to create whatever the heck you want. But in Elite Dangerous, you don't really have that luxury.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Minecraft, you can build whatever the flip you want.
Oh my god, this is great. Literally, they're talking about the Force in this game, and like Kyle's like, I don't like messing with the Force anymore, and the woman's just like, we'll double your usual fee, and his partner Jan's like, we'll take it.
What?
Okay, guys, it's 2:00, which means that it's time to end the stream.
Okay. All right, mate.
All right, take it easy.
Thank you guys for joining, and thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, of course.
It was good to see ya.
See you guys too.
All right, until next time, everybody, you take care. And I can't find the flipping window to shut this down.
Sugar.
Well.
All right. Have a good one, everyone.
All right. Take it easy. Bye.
You too. See ya.